before we give you the finals of the Alienware Awesome Cup 2 qualifier number 4 for Europe, we're gonna tell you some stuff. What are we gonna tell them?
Well, that was a mouthful. You look like you're running out of breath towards the end of that. But we just have a quick message from all of our sponsors. A huge shout out to Alienware for supplying the Alienware Alphas for first and second place. Another huge shout out. We are powered by Gosu Gamers, Ronimo, and ES Champ Studios. That being said, let's take a look at what everybody's going to be competing for. First place, you're going to be competing for $1,800 cash, 3 Alienware Alphas, some Steam stuff, and a golden game badge with that little Alienware icon that everybody wants. Yes. Second place, $900, another 3 alphas. That's 6 alphas being given out for first and second place. Some more Steam stuff and a silver in-game badge. Third place, $900 cash. You may not be getting alphas, but you're still going to be getting that bronze in-game badge and some Steam stuff. And fourth place, $450 cash and some more Steam stuff. That being said, let's get into the finals. We're going to be seeing the Ninjas with Attitude taking on the Three-Headed Monkeys, or the Three-Headed Monkeys taking on the Ninjas with Attitude. Going right into the picks. Nata, take it away.
Alright, well, on 3HM, we're looking at a Scoop, a Raylan, and a Skoldir fighting, well, none other than Swiggins, Nibs, and Coco.
So, what map are we going to be playing on?
Oh, so that's what you want to do.
That's forget the picks. I just want to hear the map.
Yeah, it's big, and it's gray, it has a worm. It's called Serona.
Without further ado, this is going to be a great game. Let's get straight to it. Game 1 of the finals of the European Qualifier number 4. Nata, give us a countdown.
You got it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I really hope somebody gets swooshed by the worm in this game, because I have a great thing that I want to say. I really hope. I'm going to save it and I'm going to hope for it, but if it doesn't happen, I'm going to say it at the end. It's probably not going to be well received because it's a really bad pun, but I got it in the back of the pocket.
You know I'm here for you and all your great puns. Alright, so, I am looking forward to especially Mr. Pow and his Raylan. As some may know, that was what inspired me to pick up Ray at like a legendary level. Oh my god, they're going for it.
Huge fight in the middle right now.
They are vicious.
Picked up
that is
by King
vicious.
Richard. That was a very quick kill coming out.
Vicious coming out of 3HM. Look at the speed. Wow, the Ninjas are really gonna have to amp up the game if they want to get through this.
Well, you know, we've seen both of these teams. Actually, we haven't seen Three-Headed Monkeys yet, but we've seen the Ninjas with Attitude. We've seen what they can do. We've seen Chris Moon, Jess, and we've also seen Kelvin be able to really put a lot of damage out in a very very short span. As Chris Moon's caught out here, and we see that, Rourke, is that correct? Would I be correct? Rourke. We saw Rourke right there, just anticipating Chris Moon teleporting into that mid. Mr. Powell, obviously you said he's one of those Raylans that has inspired you to play. What's so special about his Raylan?
Well, I think he basically, he was, I think, the first real Rift Ray, and he has just been doing so much incredible Rift work, and his snipes are always on point. He plays like not a lot of people play, and he is such a good player. I really like his Raylan, and I am absolutely looking forward to it. I hope I'm not hyping him up too much. That's
No, good players deserve it, and actually King Richard is going to be able to pick up Chris Moon right there. We're seeing both of these teams play very aggressive for this early mid control, and both teams just really tanking a lot of hits for each other, but at the current moment in time, Three-Headed Monkeys have taken the kill count with a 2-to-1 lead over the Ninjas with Attitude. But before going back to their really aggressive style of play, we saw Rourke get picked up earlier by the Nibs Fire, and we're now seeing the Three-Headed Monkeys take control of this midsection as both teams have kind of regrouped, and Just should be looking for that bottom kill right now, but unfortunately just narrowly misses it as Mr. Powell is going to be able to get out. Mr. Powell getting boots very early. Boots on Raylan. How important are they, Nata?
Well, important enough to get right after base abilities. That is my go-to routine, especially on this map. Sometimes it can be allowed if you want to get Rift attack speed one stage if you're on, say, Rivet. But other than that, I always opt for boots first. That is
absolutely. It's a very powerful
good
pickup, and it just allows her to increase her agility very quickly, and it looks like Jess is going to get caught out here, running to the turret. A lot of damage being dealt. Mr. Powell's going to pick up the snipe as Jess goes down 3-1 in kills right now. We haven't even approached that 4th minute, as a lot of damage is going to be dealt on Kelvin. Kelvin's going to be forced to get back there. Rourke playing a very good Scoldier right now, and Kelvin
Snipe's going to go up, and there we go, another
snipe.
excellent snipe. You're going to have to moderate me a bit, because I'm going to go all fanboy and Pow.
I'll tell you if it gets out of hand. Don't worry.
Yes, do that. That is, I am his Padawan. That is the distribution here. So, looking at what people are building for, we are seeing stun on the Scoldier, of course, the Rubber Ducker Choker, and the range on Scoop, obvious pick. We're seeing Boot and Regen coming out of Coco, as well as the Eternal Flame on Nibs. Swicken's opting for the Energized Hook. That means more damage on his AA. So you know, so far it's very you know, the usual. I think not too much to comment on here, actually.
It is the usual. You know, we see these standardized builds coming out from these top tier players and top teams, and we kind of know what to anticipate in the early stages.
Alright, well, Palmit now picking up 2 stages of Rift attack speed. Super powerful upgrade, super cheap as well. If they can land a Scoop Hammer in that, that is going to be a guaranteed kill.
And Chris Moon teleporting a little bit too late there and a little bit far behind, as a lot of damage is being dealt in mid by both teams right now. Pow's going to be forced to retreat back as King Richard gets back as well. We're seeing Kelvin and Jess farm that midsection, and Chris Moon in a little bit of a bad situation narrowly escapes that throw and stun coming out on Scoldier by using the teleport though. And that's just one really amazing ability on Nibs, is the teleport. Her agility, it may not look like it, but she has that double jump, she has that teleport. She's able to escape snares so unbelievably quick, and a nice throw coming out from Rourke right now onto Jess, as Chris Moon with the safety fire coming out, and nobody's actually going to get hit by it right there. But we're seeing that mid control kind of being retaken right now by Ninjas with Attitude, as all members of the Three-Headed Monkeys kind of retreated back a little bit, and it looks like the Three-Headed Monkeys are going to proceed into mid now, as the Ninjas have kind of receded back a little bit, as Nibs goes to get the prosthetic Dragon Wing, which is going to increase the range on her fire.
And there we
Mr.
go.
Pow taking a huge chunk of damage right now, and Mr. Pow is going to get picked up by Chris Moon. Chris Moon getting the nice teleport in, picking up that kill, securing it after a decent engagement coming out from Chris Moon and Kelvin. And King Richard is actually going to be the only person on map, as Rourke is going to have to teleport back and grab some HP.
So right now, I think we're going to be seeing maybe 1 stage of height on Rift, and maybe he might be saving up for the ponytail as well, depending on what he wants to do. So
on the other hand, we're actually looking at Rourke right now, picking up the Snare Quake, a very powerful upgrade that will definitely secure some kills on Jess and Kelvin. As Ninjas notice that Scoldier's alone right now, they're going to be proceeding and trying to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, not being able to make anything of it, but we're seeing Chris Moon actually get snared right there, taking a hit from a snipe, and a huge chunk of health just coming off Chris Moon there. Chris Moon's going to be forced to teleport back. Kelvin and Jess into that midsection right there, as we saw that Snare Quake just poking out at Kelvin, and we're going to see the Three-Headed Monkeys retake control of mid, as Kelvin is going to be taking a huge chunk of damage right now. It looks like he's going to be forced to get back and grab some HP as well.
Well, I was trying to say that Scoldier is a CC machine, and then you rightfully so interrupted, but he is, and that is one of the few characters I feel is actually acceptable to build utility and CC, because for Scoldier that usually translates directly to damage.
And he is one of those very powerful characters where you can build or support Scoldier and still manage to dish out a great portion of damage, as his displacement is absolutely amazing. He has the most frequent CC in the game, as we talk about. A lot of this week's Jess is actually going to take a huge snipe there. But he has the most frequent CC that we've spoken about so many times before.
Oh, look at the dupes. Nice.
And he's just able to really displace opponents with that throw. That throw is obviously his staple fold ability and the main reason why a lot of players use him. And if you upgrade his Flaming Fist, they have such a wide variety of builds for Fists, excuse me. You can pick up Flaming Fist, get that increased range, you can get Flowers, get that HP back on Punch, or you could just build straight damage.
Oh yeah.
And on top of that, 470 third punch, that's almost a base Clunk Explode in one sequence of attacks. So it's a lot of damage that can potentially be dealt out, and of course you have his stun punch.
Mr. Pow trying to get that snipe off the bouncer. And Scoop actually building a very aggressive sort of triple banner Scoop build, where he wants to go in, not build for the spam hammer as we usually see, but rather build in and get that large charge DPS up. It feels like they're really going, at least for 3HM, they're going for a sort of DPS snare in place build, where you get the DPS from the Rift, you get the DPS from the charge up on bindings, and from there you just destroy. So that's at least for 3HM, but what do you think the ninjas are doing?
Well, just speaking about 3HM a little bit more, you were saying that they're building for that. They're also building for the brawl. You have 3 very close-range characters coming out, so that triple banner is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Jess is going to get caught out right now. Going to get picked up by the fists of Rourke. But, as I was saying, Ninjas with Attitude have a very close quarters combat kind of comp going on, and it's going to be very difficult to kind of navigate that with your hammer, because if they get in there, your hammer's on cooldown for 4 seconds, you're sacrificing a lot of damage that can potentially be output by the triple scoop banner of the triple scoop. And I think that it was a very smart upgrade coming out from King Richard. Chris Moon's actually going to get caught out here, and he's going to be able to teleport out and narrowly escape that, but the snipe may be hitting the juke coming out.
Not enough range.
And Chris Moon is going to be trying to survive, and does manage to escape with the juke right there, as Rourke is going to be taking a lot of damage, forced to get back into that creep zone, but a nice juke coming out on Chris Moon. Kelvin is going to be teleporting back, as Jess is going to be the only member. Actually, no, Kelvin's going to stay in lane, as Jess and Kelvin are going to be in a 2v2 situation right now against King Richard and Mr. Pow.
Alright, so Nip's already picking up the early slow on the orb. What do you think about that?
Early slow, a very powerful upgrade. Slow itself on the teleport. You can really just get that great amount of CC going. You can hunt people down. You can use it to start the engagement. And most of all, you can use it to really secure kills for your teammates. And Rourke is going to be taking a lot of damage. Rourke is going to go down to Jess right now, as that Blaze is going to be dishing out a lot of damage. Chris Moon is going to be lining up
the
snipe.
cocky snipe. Oh, that is absolutely cocky. I think we're going to be seeing shield on Mr. Pow now. That is also one of the things he introduced to me, was the power of the shield.
And King Richard is going to be ensnared now by the Anchor of Swiggins, but nothing is going to be able to come of it, as he will escape with 2 bars of health. But we saw that cocky snipe coming out before, and a very nice prediction coming out on Chris Moon, anticipating that snipe, and he was able to just roast her from full health.
Now that's the thing about Ray, that you really have to be careful. And we mentioned this earlier, that shield is going to allow you to be a little less careful.
And it looks like Kelvin is actually going to go down to Rourke right now. Jess is going to be taking a lot of damage as well. Rourke is actually about a bar of health right now. He's going to be forced to get back and grab some HP, as Chris Moon may be getting smooched, and he just narrowly escapes the smooch. Ah, I had it lined up, ready to go. Chris Moon, you disappointed me. I wanted you to die in that situation just so I could get the pun out.
Seems like seems like we're seeing some favoritism for the
No,
worm.
not favoritism at all. I just want somebody to die in the worm. Anybody to die in the worm, and that was an opportunity.
That is worm favoritism.
Worm favoritism. Bob the Worm, as we call him.
The Bob. They're gonna get bobbed.
I was ready, but he just narrowly escaped the clutches of Bob. And we're seeing a nice little battle going on up top right here, as Jess lands the back away ball on Rourke.
Oh no, Mr. Pow's getting in a really dangerous spot here. That might not... The regen is not going to be enough. Nope.
Nope, DOT is going to be that secured kill on Mr. Pow right there, as Jess is going to get hit by that Scoop hammer. Scoop is now opting for damage on the hammer.
The dammer.
The dammer. It's a very dapper hammer.
It's a
Is that
dammer.
what we're going with? The throw is actually going to throw Nibs in there. Rourke's going to be forced to get back, though.
Throw now with damage.
We're seeing these top turrets right now, and it seems that the 3-headed monkeys haven't even approached the 2 turrets of the ninjas.
Well, they do have a comp that is better suited later in the game, I think. I think that the ninjas are... Oh, well, just look at this.
And Rourke is actually getting
destruction.
roasted right now. It's one of those comps. Kelvin's actually going to be taking a lot of damage now, but predicts a snipe on Mr. Pow. And Mr. Pow's not going to be able to hit the snipe there, as Kelvin just narrowly avoids what could have been an easy kill coming out from Mr. Pow. Excellent awareness coming out on Kelvin there. We saw him just wait out that snipe, and nice awareness on Mr. Pow, actually anticipating that, but was unable to pick up the kill.
Oh, watch out. That is dangerous stuff to hang around the Swiggins and the Nibs.
And he's like one of those characters that you can really kind of get into the fray with, and Swiggins is a very powerful brawler, especially once, and Jess is actually going to be taking a lot of damage right now, but that ball and that anchor hook is going to secure the escape for Jess, as Jess will be able to escape on top. Chris Moon using his fire in a defensive position right there, and as you said before, Ponytail would have been a great upgrade, and it is going to come out on right now.
Yeah, see, my initial guess was shield, but I can totally see the use, for the Ponytail. It is such a good upgrade. It's well, it makes sense. It's gonna really add to the brawl potential. So I don't know. Was that cooldown on Coco? Cooldown ball. That is
that constant harasses. Chris Moon's going to be taking a lot of damage right now, and he's going to be in murky waters, but is able to get out very quickly as he uses his teleport to escape through those mid jumpers and just being very nimble as Nibs is. But cooldown ball, yes, we're seeing cooldown ball. I think it's a great upgrade actually. Continue your harass. That second cooldown that it will reduce it by, and it seems
that's 1.5 seconds actually.
It's just crashed.
That is 1.5 seconds. That's 1.5 seconds. That is like more. That's even better than 1 second. Oh my god! All right.
And my notes actually just crashed. So if you want to hold up for a second.
Well, technical difficulties. We are very sorry.
So I do apologize for that, but I don't know. I was moving around my map for a second, and it just kind of died.
It died. Oh well.
My notes got eaten by Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Or,
see, that's what happens when Bob... Well, at least we can now take a look at the builds and use the time properly, because we are seeing double slow on Nibs, so now she's going to have 40% slow on that orb. So, while you go ahead and start up your knots once again, I'm going to give you a thing to think about. Do you think she's going to get the infinite... Oh, sorry, I think my mic. Do you think you're going to get the infinite sort of cooldown resetting slow bubble, or do you think she's going to go for damage and just going for that quick burst slow, making sure the kill is secure?
I think it's going to be decently rounded, to be honest, on Nibs, but I'm actually reloaded up. Where are we at?
We are at 14 seconds and 14 minutes and 42 seconds. So if you can find the general area there, we will continue up where we left off.
14 minutes and 42 seconds, you say?
Yes. So just tell me when you're ready, and we will continue as if nothing had happened.
Nothing happened.
Well, I guess I had a free.
Eaten.
Yeah, I had a free card of dying, so you can die too. It's fine.
Okay. So 14:43, correct?
Yes, we can do with that. All right, you ready?
I am ready. Give us a countdown.
All right, you got it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and we're back in the action.
So as you were saying, you know, that second stage coming out on Nibs, and actually, wait, hold on. My notes is really weird right now. It's I think we're at we're 14:56 right now. My notes is being very laggy though.
Oh, that is not good, Oz.
I'm sorry.
Bad notes. Bad notes.
Sorry, I can't help it. But I'm at 14:56. I was just getting really weird FPS lag there for a second, so I'm just gonna restart one more time.
Oh god. Well, I don't know if we can fill in much more, but we can, however, talk about Scoop and his range hammer, because that is so good on this map. And it's also, just like, we thought that he was not going to build for damage, but he has got the 2 stages of the brutally whipped cream, so he can actually get that long range poke in, and I think when Ray gets the damage up, that's actually going to be pretty useful. I mean, you can stack up a bunch of damage. You're gonna leave targets nice and squishy for Skoldir to just throw around and play with. That's
okay. I'm back in, and I am at 14:56. So whenever you're ready to go, give us a countdown.
14:56.
Yep.
You say. All right, I'm ready for that. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And pray to Bob nothing goes wrong now.
Bob the Worm has taken it.
All
Well,
right.
since I got eaten by the worm, I guess I'll use the pun on myself. You think the worm can save you?
Oh
It
god.
was terrible. It was a terrible Bane impression
Bane.
as well.
Yes.
But
Well,
tried.
while you were out, it seems like the ninjas are absolutely dismantling these turrets.
And Chris Moon actually is going to be juking out the snipe right there. Chris Moon being very jukey, but is actually going to get picked up by King Richard very quickly as the entirety of Three-Headed Monkeys is right on him. Narrowly avoids the snipe, but out of the frying pan and into the fire, getting punched by Rourke.
No, I like your analogies. Damn. All right. So So what do you think 3HM needs to sort of focus up on if they want to get that push out?
They really need to kind of maintain their presence in mid, and it's going to be very difficult to do, especially with that close quarters combat comp that the Ninjas with Attitude have. They can get into that midsection very quickly. They can dish out a huge amount of damage very quickly, especially with that Nibs, and Chris Moon being very annoying, I would say, to the Three-Headed Monkeys at this point, using his fire in very smart situations, whether it be defensively or offensively, but he's using it in very smart and is able to kind of gauge whether or not he can pick up a kill or whether he's going to just be dealing an exponential amount of damage in a very short period of time for either Kelvin or Just to follow up with that. And the Swiggins is going to secure those kills in regards to if he lands his anchor, he gets his burst out, because we are seeing him actually have Pool Boy at the moment, and it's just going to be a huge amount of damage coming out in a very short period of time. That burst is there. It's very real. Three-Headed Monkeys need to watch out for that burst, and a counteraction to that will be that scoop. He's going to be able to kind of stop the engagements coming out from Jess and Kelvin, but he's not going to be able to stop Chris Moon from teleporting in or away from the snares.
That is true. And speaking of snares, we are gonna see range on Skuldier's earthquake. So now the snare is going to have extended a lot. It's gonna really, mean that you can get some people in the hugging zone.
Chris Moon teleporting into the rift to avoid the snipe. A nice play by him, being able to get out very quickly in a situation like that. Notice that the snipe was coming out and just really predict where he's going to go with it. But he was being very risky teleporting into a time rift like that.
One stun punch would have killed him. And that is the risk you're taking.
And now we're seeing the actual infinite slow build on Nibs.
Oh,
and Chris
look
Moon
at
is going to
that.
get roasted in there.
No,
Chris
no,
Moon being
there
picked
we
up by
go.
King Richard right now. But as we were saying before, if Three-Headed Monkeys can catch them out like that, those are going to be kills. That's going to be time that you're going to be able to be in mid. That's time that you're going to be able to farm. And that's, in the long run, going to be able to secure those turrets for you. And I'm looking at the turrets right now. The first turret's down in favor of the Ninjas with Attitude. That top turret is about half. It is Serona, though. It is that comeback map. Those first two turrets do have reduced health, and they are very easy to take down in the later portions of the game. We're almost at...
Oh, dangerous.
And Kelvin is taking a huge chunk right now. A very nice place time rift by Mr. Pow is going to secure that kill, as well as the scoop in there for the triple banner damage. But as I was saying, it is Serona, and you do have that comeback capability.
You do. It's true. And something I want to point out there, that Swiggins, he did something extremely risky, because if you do not hit anything with your anchor, you're basically locking yourself in the rift. It is so vital that you hit something if you try to anchor out of a rift, because otherwise you are going to be standing there to take a lot of unnecessary damage.
And Chris Moon using his fire, dealing a lot of damage to King Richard. King Richard's going to be forced to get back, and Mr. Pow and Rourke kind of hanging out in this midsection, but the teleport coming out, and it's just going to be used as an escape by Chris Moon, as he is going to be able to escape, teleport out, and get some damage. And Boots regen coming out on King Richard, some regen coming out for Nibs as well, which means that I don't believe Chris Moon will be able to pick up that Starstorm statue, opting for regen instead.
Well, you can't have it all, and sometimes when you're fighting, when you're fighting another DOT character, it's smart to have at least one stage of regen, and then you can get the later ones as the game progresses. But going full damage leaves you with a bit less sustain, and we have seen what damage that 3HM can do, so it's about being careful. You really have to be careful about that.
Exactly. The Three-Headed Monkeys have this great kind of counterattack plan that they can easily exemplify and put to use if the Ninjas with Attitude continue to play very close quarter combat. And really just get into the fray with everybody. So that extra damage that the triple banner deals is just, it's huge. Combine that with a Time Rift and a Scoldier. The Scoldier can easily throw you back into the turret. That Time Rift can easily slow you. And the snares can easily lock you down. They have a lot of CC coming out on the three-headed monkeys right now.
And, you know, they all brawl around the rift, something that is super important to note, because Raylan is doing something amazing where she actually is, you know, not only providing a rift to brawl around for herself...
And Chris Moon is actually going to get snared in there. Chris Moon taking a lot of damage right now. Maybe DOT will pick him up. DOT is going to pick him up. Rourke is going to get the DOT kill on Chris Moon. But Rourke is actually going to be a really bad situation right now. And Jess is going to be able to pick up Rourke. And we're actually going to see Jess trying to escape right now. King Richard is actually getting a little bit overzealous right there. And Jess is going to be able to counterattack right there and pick up King Richard. Mr. Pound in a very bad spot right now if he gets caught out by Kelvin and the hook. But Jess is going to come in with that silver coating on the board. And a nice ball is going to force him back. Kelvin taking a huge chunk, though, as he's going to be forced to teleport back as well. And it looks like Jess is looking for the cheeky ball, but isn't going to be able to get it. And we're going to see Spoon Man coming out, dealing that extra 10% of damage whenever you're close to your teammates. And Jess is going to be pulling that rift right there, but a lot of damage being done right now. Mr. Powell is actually going to get the snipe, and Jess is going to go down. I think the ball cooldown was off right there, and Jess could have kind of secured that kill, but Mr. Powell a little bit quicker on the draw there, and is able to pick up that snipe kill.
Now with shield, he has gotten bought in this team. He wants more of these lovely, you know, these snipes where you just go in the middle of everything and then you do damage that you would not even, you know, people don't expect. For some reason, people don't expect a snipe to do damage very much at close range, because it just is so foreign a concept that Raylan snipes right in front of you.
Yeah, but it's also one of the strategies that a lot of people don't realize. And if a Raylan stops and snipes right in front of you, that's a lot of damage you're gonna take.
Yeah,
you're taking a face snipe. Basically, she's up in your face. She's no scoping you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're going in the montage.
Yeah, that is. Believe it or not, that is how every Raylan think. You're going in the montage every time.
That's the thought process of every Raylan using snipe.
And you know,
the
importance is really within how many times you rotate your aim. The more you rotate, the better the montage is gonna be.
Why does that sound like such a far-fetched concept?
Well, the 360 and the 720 pro scopes, you gotta have them.
The pro scopes, the DOT kill coming out. Chris Moon is gonna pick up Rourke. Excellent positioning, but the snare in the rift is gonna pick up Kelvin on the escape. Oh, that was just so unbelievably stupid.
Come on, we are now in the late games in Sirona, and as we all know, that means we have at least 7 hours of gameplay yet to come.
Are you kidding? Alright, we like to have some fun, alright?
Yes,
we gotta enjoy ourselves. That bottom turret is actually being torn apart right now as it's brought down to about a quarter in one push. We are entering the late stages of Sirona, and actually, no, we're actually in the mid-game of Sirona right now, I should say.
Yeah, that is... Well, that is why we are listening, and the Renegades has been listening, and they have provided us with a brand new Sirona that is going to come here in the 2.10
Can't wait for that.
Yes, it is going to be great. Praise be Bob and Ronimo.
But we see him, King Richard actually taking out with Kelvin on the bottom, and the teleport now is going to secure the kill, as Chris Moon is going to be in a really bad spot right now. Chris Moon is going to get picked up, but he also gets a kill on King Richard, a 1-for-1 exchange. Chris Moon being very
aggressive. Yes! That's Telesnipes!
Yeah,
oh, I've been looking for
the
it.
Telesnipe. That's actually a glitch with Iron Rifle, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Iron Rifle is a glitchy upgrade, but that does not mean it is not fun to use.
It is fun to use, don't get me wrong, and I believe it also charges up your snipe a little bit more quickly as well.
Not sure if that is true, but it does provide for some interesting things, that's for sure. Unfortunately, now it does not allow you to go through the bouncer as it used to, which was, in my opinion, one of the most fun things you could do. But oh well.
I do want to point out we were seeing something very interesting there, as Jess and Kelvin were waiting up top, and we don't see many teams do this because it's, I don't want to say frowned upon, but it's a very interesting tactic we're seeing the entirety of Ninjas with Attitude maintain that top up there and wait for the person who's respawning to come and use that top bumper to get into lane. And if all three members of the opposing team are there, excuse me, that's almost a secure kill.
That is actually true. The more fun attempts of doing this I've seen with Yuri, and well, you fly in and you explode, and you were like, "Hey, who booby trapped my bouncer?"
Ooh, I can see that being really fun with Yuri with bouncy mines.
Yes.
Or bouncy mines and carpet bomb. Oh,
no.
The most trollsy build of all.
Yay.
Here,
But right now we're gonna
and the nice teleport in is going to secure a... Actually, no, King Richard may be able to escape. Nope,
Yes.
King Richard is going to go down. A nice teleport in and a nice kill coming out there for Ninjas with Attitude, as they're all decently low health. Rourke looking for the kill, unable to pick anything up. And the kill count right now is 14 to 12. A snipe coming out. Mr. Pow is actually going to get sniped from the underneath ball.
Oh, the re-engage was amazing.
A nice kill coming out is just able to get the cheeky ball from underneath the creep zone.
That is how you properly re-engage. That is absolutely amazing.
Chris Moon dealing a lot of damage, taking a lot of damage right now. Is going to steal that health pack from the three-headed monkeys, and it looks like we're seeing a final push coming out. Or I shouldn't say final push, but finally a push coming out on the final turret.
Well, we are in the finals, so I guess a final push is actually true in some sense.
Technically speaking, as Jess is going to get thrown in there, get caught in the Rift, and that's going to be a kill pickup. That Rift actually going to be able to secure that, and we're seeing break damage coming out on Swiggins. He's actually up to 200 break damage, which is a great upgrade for this kind of comp, because his anchor is getting destroyed fairly quickly. Chris Moon's getting a lot of damage dealt on him, as he's going to be forced to go back, looking for the snipe. Mr. Pow. But Kelvin is actually going to thwart him off as he hits him with the anchor on the way out. He's going to pick up that health from up there, and Kelvin's going to be the only member of Ninjas with Attitude into this mid-map at this point.
Alright, well, I am seeing the cooldown hammer. We're going to see the spammer.
We're seeing the spammer. You called it the dammer earlier.
Yeah, but now it's the spammer.
The spammer. The
it has evolved. The spammer.
The speedometer.
How
King
to
Richard
gauge
getting a lot of damage taking. Chris Moon taking a lot of damage as well, as Rourke is going to get the throw off and secure the kill. Chris Moon is actually going to get the DOT kill on Mr. Pow. And we're seeing Jess coming in for this kill. Rourke is going to be able to escape. We're seeing King Richard actually pick up Idol of the Ice Queen now, dealing even more damage with the binding explosions.
Yeah, see, how do you gauge a Scoop's skill level? Yo, with the speedometer.
Oh my god.
Yes, it is late.
Speedometer. For some odd reason, it reminds me of a Boston accent too.
The speedometer?
The speedometer.
The speedometer?
My New York accent can't do a Boston accent too well, but I can try. Kelvin's going to get hit by that right there. And it looks like Mr. Pow's going to wait to drop that rift behind him, looking for his team to be in position for that, but we saw Ninjas with Attitude realize that Mr. Pow just going back, knowing that the Ninjas with Attitude are all going to try and collapse on him up top there. And we're seeing Chris Moon going into the fray again. A lot of damage being dealt. Chris Moon does not have an escape as he's going to get picked up. And Jess is hit with the snipe. Mr. Pow looking to escape this. King Richard is taking a lot of damage. Mr. Pow is going to go down to Kelvin. But, you know, that's one of those situations where there's just so much going on in a team fight right there. Yeah. And as I said before, Mr. Pow was looking to drop that rift behind him, waiting for his team to be in position, and he saw the three-headed monkeys all in position and was able to land it.
He did, however, have to pay with his life, but, you know, that sort of thing happens.
And they're just going to be continually pushed right now as Ninjas with Attitude is going to teleport back and grab some health and some more upgrades, as Coco is going to opt for some health and some AA upgrade in regards to damage, and the final stage of Pneumatic Spoon coming out for Swiggins, as that is going to be a 300 break damage. Now, if he gets break damage as well as amp, that Swiggins is going to be very potent.
A potent Swiggins, yes. Oh man, see, I am gonna have to complain too, because I call it snap damage, not break damage, and we oh whoa!
Is that the hammer? Is actually gonna pick it up. I think that was a DOT kill.
Yeah,
The
but the
hammer
hammer-
did actually stall him out, but the DOT actually did hit. Kelvin is going to be taking a lot of damage right now, as DOT is going to be very strong on him. Chris Moon very weak, Kelvin very weak. Chris Moon is going to be actually able to get the teleport out, and Kelvin is going to be able to get the teleport out. The Ninjas with Attitude escaping that situation, and Nibs is actually opting for the Starstorm statue now. I didn't anticipate that. Completely skip foregoing boots and just going with the Starstorm regen and HP. This is a very interesting build. But with this Nibs, it's more or less, and actually a nice kill coming out as Chris Moon is going to pick up Mr. Pal. But as I was looking at those builds before, that Nibs is foregoing boots completely, and I don't think Chris Moon actually needs boots because he's just getting into the battle, using his teleport to escape, and if he dies, he dies. That's pretty much it. But he's going to be dealing a lot of damage, and that's the way that he's playing his Nibs right now. Look at him. He's engaging by himself, dealing a great amount of damage, and just relying on his team to kind of get back there. But the bounce hammer is also going to pick up Chris Moon on the exchange, a 1-for-1.
Oh, man. I am really, really not sure how this is going to play out because, well, 3HM, they're kind of pushed back, and they have the potential of you know, moving back Mr. Powell building for full structure damage on his AA, but they need to be there before they can actually apply that damage, and I think that's their problem right now.
And Rourke is actually going to be picked up by Jess, but a nicely placed Time Rift is actually going to pick up Jess on the exchange right there. This is actually a very close game. It may not seem that way, but it is. Look at the kill difference. We're looking at a 20 to 18 kill difference. People are maxing out their builds right now. There is a small solar difference between Swiggins and I would say Skoldir, as Skoldir's at 2600, Swiggins is basically maxed out on his build.
Yeah, I mean, that does happen a lot. That's actually another thing we love about Serona, that you get to see the full builds almost every time. You are
full
going
build matches are actually very fun to watch and commentate though, because we see so many different upgrades coming out in such a short amount of time that most teams have basically maxed out their burst potential.
Yeah, and that means we're gonna see, you know, when builds are in place, you can sort of see what they're going for, you can anticipate it, and you can sort of play towards it. And when everyone feels, oh, Chris Moon's
actually going to really need to get out very quickly right now, as the entirety of Team Ninjas with Attitude are basically clumped up right now. Chris Moon is going to be able to pick up that health in that top section, but, you know, we saw Chris Moon be able to single out King Richard on the bottom as he was playing Scoop, and unfortunately for King Richard, he was able to get picked up, and Chris Moon rocking the fire again is going to be able to pick up Rourke along with the assist. Actually, no, the kill from Kelvin coming out with the assist by Chris Moon. Chris Moon is going to get caught in that rift, though, and going to be taken out by Mr. Powell. And now we see Jess kind of maintaining his position right here and duking it out with Mr. Powell. But Mr. Powell has that, I don't want to call it the Serona stall, but it is. It's that rift.
Yep. He has also, to increase the stall, he has gotten blind, which is going to stop Droid from attacking. And I think that's exactly why he got it. It's going to stop Droids from attacking. And it can be applied for quite a long time.
And we're seeing Baby Curry Mammoth come out right now for Rourke, as Jess is going to be duking it out with King Richard, and Mr. Powell is going to be forced to teleport back now as he only has 2 bars. Rourke just going to kind of be in that top section right now and see what he could do against Jess, as Jess is kind of caught out, but Jess is going to use the silver coating to nimbly escape, and we're now seeing Duration Rift come out.
Oh,
and
yes.
At this point, would you say that Mr. Powell is building for a full stall?
He usually builds Duration Rift, at least when he played this game a lot, but that is exactly what it can do and what he should be doing.
And Chris Moon is actually going to be taken down by Mr. Powell, and King Richard is going to be taking a lot of damage right now, but the snipe is going to come out. Jess is going to be forced to get away from their section, as Kelvin and Mr. Powell are going to be the only 2 people fighting it out on map right now. King Richard opting for the health, and Skoldir, Rourke is going to be picking up the first stage of Gnome. Gnome is just so powerful. The range on it, the actual hitbox on it, it basically has a hitbox of a Clunk Explode. I don't know if people play Skoldir, but if you see the hitbox of that Gnome, it is absolutely huge. And Kelvin going to get into the fray right now, trying to get body blocked by Mr. Powell from using that top rift. And we're seeing Mr. Powell get up there, but he's in a very bad situation right now, as that turret's going to be dealing a lot of damage. Kelvin sees it. Chris Moon sees it, and
Oh, the
Chris,
droids
and
are
he
gonna
did,
make it.
he
The
getting
droid-
out.
He's gonna no. What? He did it.
He did it, and he tried to get the teleport snipe off as well.
He got the teleport snipe off.
No,
He
it
hit
actually
it,
didn't
but-
do any damage.
And didn't do anything. He made it out though. He made it out. And I don't know if the snipe, you know, it cannot. That was really. I actually think he was opting for like getting a hit before he died, but it just managed to go through.
Yeah, no, and that goes with the territory. We're seeing a lot of these top tier teams getting these very nice teleports out, and that just exemplifies one of those situations where a seemingly death situation is coming out for Mr. Pow, and he's able to nimbly avoid it using that teleport, being able to just get in the right position with just enough seconds. It was milliseconds, because those droids could have hit him at any time and taken him out.
See, if you're basically never further away from your base than like 2.5 seconds. That is, you're never far from home in this game.
If you're feeling lonely, go home.
Home is just seconds away.
My mom always told me that in Pokemon. If you're feeling lonely, come home at any time.
Oh.
Then I'd
sweet.
come home and she'd never give me anything. And like, oh man.
Oh man.
Just it's really, that's it.
Well, luckily there's no need for moms here in Austin.
But we have now entered the late stages of Serona. Serona, 36 minutes in, and Serona is a huge comeback map, so a team wipe in any direction could basically lead to the downfall and victory for another team. Somebody's going to be the victor and somebody's going to be the loser, and somebody's going to look like a hero and somebody's going to be most hated on the other team.
Oh.
But King Rich is actually going to be able to pick up Chris Moon right
Oh,
now,
that's
and
a
King Rich will pick up a
hammer.
double kill, and Kelvin Jess needs to play
Nice.
very carefully right now.
Alright, Mr. Pow is going for the droids. Aggressive, up and loving. I love it.
Just taking a lot of damage right now, but is able to use that silver coating to escape. But this is going to be a huge risk. This has to be that top turret. It has
Yeah,
to
it
be.
has
They
to.
can easily ult tank it, but they're opting to go straight for the second turret.
Yes, well, they can do it. I'm pretty sure they can do it. Avoid getting hit by the ball, and you can do it. Tanking with the shield, that's actually pretty genius. Oh!
This is actually going to land the late ball on Chris Moon. Excuse me, on King Richard, as he's going to be able to teleport away, opting for more health and the double-edged, double liquor sword, excuse me, increasing the lifesteal and damage of Cleave. And that top turret is going to be taken out by the droids. And that second turret on the Ninjas with Attitude side is a little bit more than half right now, but it is just about a few bars higher.
Oh, I think...
Jess is going to pick up Mr. Power right now, and Kelvin and Jess have just been terrorizing the three-headed monkeys at this point. We see Chris Moon go starting the engagement by himself, and we're seeing Kelvin and Jess kind of come in and duke it out after the fact that Chris Moon has used all of his fire.
Yeah. Something tells me that, you know, the stakes are a bit high right now, because that is... If you look at how little time 3HM has actually had to push and do turret damage, and how much turret damage they've actually done, that's something you're supposed to be afraid of, because I mean that was a few seconds worth of work that basically removed any difference in turrets and made it an even game once again.
Yeah, there's not a huge time. There is not a huge time window for these teams to actually kind of counter push, but on Serona, it's anybody's game at any given point.
You're absolutely right. Alright, I think we are now seeing the aggression coming in here, and that's going to be one kill. Can they secure another? If they can do so, then we might be looking at another push.
But that nice kill on Jess is going to allow Kelvin and Chris Moon to kind of reposition themselves in there. And Mr.
That's
Power,
nice.
Chris Moon should be teleporting in. Chris Moon is going to be teleporting and picking up the kill. But this is going to be a kill coming out. Rourke is going to pick up Chris Moon. But the
that's a 2 for 2. Oh, it actually connects.
Kelvin.
Oh, he should be teleporting right there. Oh, can you gnome it? Oh. I was looking for that sweet slow-mo gnome throw. Just coming in elegantly through the air and then explode.
Huge dramatic music after.
Yes. Huge. That is, I want to see the skin that has like a fanfare whenever he throws a gnome. Oh no, Rorik, you are in a bad spot right now.
But he did miss his anchor, but unfortunately the overwhelming presence and damage force coming out from Kelvin and Jess is not going to be enough to allow him to escape. And Jess has maxed out her build. I don't know why she's clearing, or he's clearing out that bottom section right there, but it's free solar, I guess. I don't know. And Kelvin's going to be taking a lot of damage, and Mr. Powell's going to be taking a lot of damage as King Richard gets hit by a ball along with Mr. Powell.
Oh man, we are. This is tense. I mean, you can see whenever things happen, a little bit of doubt comes in, and that really keeps, you know, keeps from the big commitments because so much is at stake right now.
Look at, we're seeing Mr. Powell actually land the snipe on Chris Moon right there. Chris Moon using his teleport orb as a paranoia tactic at the current moment. Chris Moon is going to use the teleport and escape the throw right there, but he's got the unlimited teleport if he doesn't actually use it. The teleport orb resets if he does not use it, and he's able to use it as a scare tactic so he can continue to stay in there, use it, slow them, and just create this kind of bottleneck where he can either teleport in. He doesn't have to. He could deal a crazy amount of damage in a very short period of time. Kelvin looks like he's going to be in a bad situation right here. Seemingly bad, but it looks like Rourke is going to be taking a lot of damage as Jess is looking to hunt down King Richard. And Mr. Powell is actually not going to get hit by that ball, but Chris Moon looking for the kill. Chris Moon is going to be attacking. Jess is going to be attacking. The ninjas with attitude are going to be attacking right now. And the three-headed monkeys are going
the missed anchor.
Missed anchor, but he is able to escape with his life.
Mr. Powell coming up from top. No, he's not going to commit to it. He is not going to commit to it.
Well, there were just so many things going on right there. A lot of damage being dealt by both teams. Both teams kind of being in this seemingly a Mexican standoff, if you will, in regards to both teams don't want to push in, but they want to get those kills. So they're going to be dishing out damage, residual damage over time, and just getting their pokes in.
Look at all the flying things, you know, going towards 3HM and just ever so elegantly just dodging him out.
Chris Moon using his scare tactic again with that Orb of Omicron. He's able to avoid the time rift. He's being very, very careful with his teleports at the current moment, though.
Alright. It seems like people... Is that slow on Skoldier's throw?
That is slow on Skoldier's throw.
Oh, the shake. Oh man, I don't see that a lot.
We're also seeing Disruptor come out on Blaze now. Chris Moon is actually going to be caught in a very bad situation right now.
Oh,
he's just going to use his fire defensively, but he's going to get... Oh, and the miss, and the double kill coming out as the three-headed monkeys pick up Jess and Chris Moon. Kelvin is going to be in a bad spot. He may be able to pick up, and Rourke is actually going to get taken out by the break.
One heel punch. One heel punch. Mr. Powell. Oh,
and the nice prediction coming out from Kelvin, knowing that Mr. Powell is going to drop with that snipe, is able to get into that bottom lane and quickly avoid it. But now we see a push coming out from the three-headed monkeys as they're able to clear these lanes very quickly. But look at that bottom turret right now. That bottom turret is going to get taken down by all those droids on it, and that is going to be the final turret taken down in favor of the ninjas with attitude. But that's a lot of solar, but nobody needs it.
Nobody needs it. It's like here. We're averaging around 4,000 solar here, so...
Three samples of solar that nobody wants.
Well,
but that has opened up the top creep section now, and we're seeing the entirety of the ninjas with attitude getting ready to duke it out up there, and Rourke is going to be going to a bad situation, but the time rift coming on. The time rift is going to separate ninjas with attitude, and that is going to be a double kill. They're looking for the triple right now, and Jess really has to be careful right now. Jess is actually going to get picked up. Jess is going to be having to escape, and Jess is going to get picked up. That is going to be a team wipe right now in favor of the three-headed monkeys.
The super droid needs to go down. Their droids need to be on point, because otherwise they will not gain anything from this push.
They need to clear very quickly, or they're maybe just going for the tank, as Mr. Powell is looking to tank it out.
Oh, Scoop can do it. I think
they can actually tank us. Look at that health bar.
They can do that, yes. They can actually do this, but it's just very dangerous, because if they get taken out, they go in, they do not go in. The only thing that was important right there was that they did not let any droids through to their own base.
That's true, and a very smart decision to actually rush that bottom turret.
Yeah, see... Oh, I know! He has the Penguin Squire, the heal over time.
The Penguin Squire that everybody so gracefully underestimates?
Yes, that is exactly the one.
King Richard's being poked right now. He's going to be brought down to a little bit less than half. The Penguin Squire is going to be able to heal him up to a little bit more, unless he gets hit by that ball right there. Mr. Pow taking a lot of damage. King Richard teleporting back, and Ninjas with Attitude are going to proceed.
They're rolling in. They're rolling in from top. They're rolling in from top.
And Jess is going to be caught out here as nobody from Ninjas with Attitude is with him. Jess is going to be trying to take a lot of damage. He is going to be taken out by Rourke. Ninjas with Attitude were kind of forced to retreat back now. Jess pushing in, got a little bit overzealous there. And this may be a counter attack coming out from the three-headed monkeys right now, as Kelvin and Chris Moon are going to be forced to defend for a few seconds until Jess gets back on lane. And Mr. Powell is going to use that separation rift again. Look at the snare into the rift.
Look at how much
damage. A lot of damage on him right now.
He's just waiting for the fire. He's waiting for the fire.
And Kelvin's actually going to get picked up. Now Chris Moon is the only person on map right now. The three-headed monkeys have a three-man push onto the final assault on the core right now. Jess is now back on lane. Chris Moon is looking for a kill. Jess is looking for a kill. They're basically
the hammer!
The snare into the rift. And that is another pickup. Mr. Pow picking up Jess. They are going to be looking into this core damage even more. Mr. Pow is dealing so much damage on that just by himself.
Oh, no.
And Chris Moon the rift is going to get caught in the rift. And that is going to be the game.
Yes! After
46 minutes and 16 seconds in.
Oh my god. Whoa. That was an amazing comeback. And I just want to point out the droids had actually entered the base of 3HM, and there were a lot of droids, and they would have killed the base. That was a race. If you look at the base right now, there is about 6 droids chilling, just about to do damage to the droid, the core. They already started.
I'm looking at that. I'm more concerned about 61 kills on Serona.
Oh my god, you're absolutely right. That is, we have actually been seeing more than a kill per minute.
I'm 100% sure that this is one of the longest games we've had in the finals, and the most kills we've ever had in this tournament so far in a single game.
It is, like, I think it is the most eventful Serona game I have ever seen.
46 minutes, 16 seconds later, 61 kills later, three-headed monkeys take game 1 of the finals. That being said, before we get into game 2, we are going to be doing a Twitch giveaway, so pay attention in the Twitch chat. Pay attention, I believe it's Master Delk who's going to be giving away the Robo Scoop, of course. And just, wow, what an amazing game 1.
Oh, yes. I was thrilled. Alright. Oh, let's take a break. And we'll be right back
with game 2 of Ninjas with Attitude versus Three-Headed Monkeys in the finals of the European Qualifier number 4.